Going Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, Demetrius Andrade news. Basically, it's a middleweight champion in WBO style and probably the most avoided fighter in boxing. It's the biggest story in boxing to me personally. That's how I keep talking about Demetrius Andrade all the time because I think it's just absolutely absurd what's going on with him. So I focus on that instead of talking about other stuff. Right? This is huge to me, and somebody needs to be honing in on what's going on with Demetrius Andrade in the middleweight division. It's absolutely ridiculous, right? And so we know we ain't trying to get fights. Now, I just was, scrolling down and seeing the article, just the title. And I'm gonna do this video without reading the article because I don't need to. When you know how somebody's rolling, you seeing what they're trying to do, you don't actually need to be reading the article. The title was simple as this. Andrade, he said this: I looked forward to fighting Golovkin at one point, not anymore. Now, without reading the article, I'm going to tell you why. Because Demetrius Andrade probably wanted to fight Golovkin when Golovkin was Golovkin. When he was, picked, they was talking about he's the best middleweight in the last 25 years. When he was talking about it, people didn't want to fight him, even though that was never the case. But when they were talking about it, that's when he wanted to fight him. Right now, amongst boxers, I'm going to tell you, they're probably laughing. Now, not to say that Golovkin is not an awesome fighter. Make sure that's clear. Make sure that's very clear before I keep talking, because these are boxers and they're all awesome, to be honest with you. But I'm saying the very best. Golovkin can't be considered the very best because he won't fight anyone. Understand? Every time he does, there's some close stuff. Derenchenko, who you got? Who most people say Derenchenko might have won that fight. Well, 50-50, you're right. Daniel Jacobs. A whole England and a lot of people said Daniel Jacobs won that fight. The Canelo fights were close, even though I had him winning the first fight and tying the second fight against Canelo. But some people had Canelo winning at least one of those fights, right? So every time he did step up, there was, close fights. The biggest win he's probably had, you would say Jacobs. After that, probably Lemieux, right? And Jacobs, he didn't win, but Lemieux, he beat, and he looked good doing so. But Demetrius Andrade is not trying to fight the guy now, right? Maybe to get a belt. And I'm telling you, before reading the article, I'm going to put it in the description box to see if I was right, and if I was wrong, whatever. But that's probably one of the reasons, because right now, Golovkin is not somebody that the boxers think, right, is the best middleweight, because he would just be trying to do stuff to prove it. The Zemarettas of the world, the Vanis Monterosans that's lighter than him of the world, and the Steve Roses of the world are proving that. He's hell bent on fighting the Zemaretta right now. So, he's probably the laughing stock amongst the 160 pounders, or like let's say from 160 to 168. People know that Golovkin's not. He hasn't ever even moved anywhere. When it was time to move up to fight Andre Ward, he didn't want to do that. He was just picking and choosing. Who was that? Carl Froch, who was retired. Kessler was retired. Julio Cesar Chavez can't get his stuff together. Those are the ones he wanted to fight. As soon as Andre Ward said, "Excuse me, I'm 168 pounds," no, not right now. He's too much. No, not right now. He's too much. No, not right now. He's too much. Made the techno song saying, "No, not right now. He's too much." That's what he said. So with those things being said, Demetrius Andrade right now probably don't want to fight him. He probably would for that title, but he ain't gonna be chasing after him because it's not, if you beat Golovkin right now, I don't know how much props you would get, and that's probably what his concern is. So let's see what happens going forward. I think everybody should be focusing on Demetrius Andrade because he was. Let's make sure this is clear before I sign off. He could have had an undisputed fight. Canelo could have fought him undisputed in 2019 in September. We would have had one middleweight champion, but he chose to fight in November, which is not the Mexican holiday, against Kovalev, 2 divisions higher, which was cool, but he wasn't the man at light heavyweight division. And you ignored, and everybody else too, not unification, even better than that, an undisputed fight in the middleweight division against Demetrius Andrade. That's that guy. Yeah, now he don't want to fight Golovkin. Let's see why. Doma Sports Talk worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.